Такс. Угу. Ага. Угу. Так, стоп, а скільки у мене тут? Угу. В смысле? Угу. Угу. Да, блин. Я так могла делать и все.
It's finally time to meet up with everyone. Paimon even dreamt of making the film last night. If Paimon remembers right, we're meeting at Hotel Tabor. Let's get going.
Угу. Ну, поняла.
Ayaka, Yoimiya, you're already here.
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka?
After we split up, Ayato went to see Udex Nervillette at the Palais Marmonia. I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights around Fontaine, so I rode the aqua bus with Yoimiya and visited the opera house on Aranias Island.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there! 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together! You've already seen them. Yeah, those two! Amazing, aren't they?
We sat and watched for quite a while. It was...
Oh, it was the same for us the first time we saw.
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach! Well, diving, to be exact. It was the first time I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. 3...
Угу. Нам обещают вроде бы на второй части баннера сделать или вот это буде якесь событие вийде скоро, в якому буде скін даватись. Халявний скін.
First, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water wasn't as salty as I imagined. It didn't really taste like any. Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous and needed to loosen my grip. She got used to everything way faster than I did.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me. The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the Romaritime flowers blow.
Yeah, and there were so many creatures that we've never seen in Inazu. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh! Oh, and those big fish that call when they see people.
Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beasts.
I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till...
Угу.
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the aqua bus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
Yeah, even I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get up. But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all...
Speaking of the film...
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. As for the others, we're here.
Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the Special Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
Wait, 6
I'm so tired. I heard you all chatting, so I decided to come down. I sure could use some of that endless energy.
Good morning.
Boarding. Can someone fetch me a cup?
Sure. I'd be happy to do.
No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over here so I can get started on your makeup. The last thing I can get the coffee! It's the perfect job for...
So much energy.
Oh, Yoimiya's always like that. But you sure look exhausted, Farina. It's become...
Of course not. I spent the whole night reading the novel from cover to cover, marking sections that either need to be omitted or...
Wow. Paimon didn't expect you to be so thorough.
Простите.
Well, I was the biggest star in Olifontaine after all. It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to get serious. I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for my own?
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
Oh, thank you. The sound of being called direct.
Oh, it seems everyone has managed to arrive on time.
We've reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor to shoot our film.
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward to our film, and hopes that providing his restaurant as a filming location will attract more customers. Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce our new members. This is our prop manager, Veronique. She'll be in charge of all the film's props and items. And this is Bonneau, our lighting technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to set up each scene's atmosphere.
Wow. Sure feels like we have some real professionals joining the crew now.
First of all, please allow me to first express my sincere... When my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help.
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier. We're all on.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join. I can't
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the this is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of every person here. So, without further ado, You may take it from here, Director Farina.
All right. Listen up, everyone. The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene. Our lead
Whoa. Seems Farina's really kicking things in...
Is everyone clear? I don't want anyone traipsing around the set like umbrella finches. All right. Cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves. Not the kind of waves that drown.
Seems like she's still a bit trapped. Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do to help.
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before. She...
No talking. I'm thinking about how to do your...
Ah, yes. To help me...
To achieve a more young and naive...
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep?
You just have too much of a...
You sure don't mince your words.
Quiet.
Thanks.
How about here?
A little more to the left.
You got it.
Hey, Mia, do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine. You know, I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon...
Really? Is that because it'll be easy?
Well, sure, there's that. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack. Oh, I see. It's amazing.
Yumiya, we need lights over there too.
Oh, on it. I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later. Oh.
Seems like Yumiya's really getting into it. But she was right.
Thanks.
So, this is a real musket?
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots will also be added in post-production.
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to start. However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more real. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearm...
Good point.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms.
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like...
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with the
Yes. This way, our weapons will never betray...
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same...
Oh, sounds like they found a common...
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some pointers.
Good. I look forward...
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon, or whether you're holding it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not...
Okay, understood.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Like this?
Not bad. Now, try saying your lines.
Is the end of the road for you.
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. This is the end of the road for you.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think?
I do see your point. But are you sure you wish to do this?
I believe it would be most fitting.
Well, if you insist. Oh, Miss Ayaka! Miss...
Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna step...
Let's go see.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing...
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role.
But, brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries, and I've heard that the bureaucratic process... Now, I will be able to focus on my work. Besides, you...
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers in the original story could be... The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character. But this causes his character to But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age... Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified person...
Of course. Even with all these insights, the decision by Miss Chevres.
Chevres mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
All right, I'll take the role.
Good. It's decided then. We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to the I have a feeling that our adaptation...
You're doing a great favor for me, Miss Chevres.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be...
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, let's go, Miss Chevres.
I look... Please, just call me Chev...
Seems like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was having with your makeup.
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by...
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can...
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she wanted... But I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends.
Alright, go on. Spoiled.
Ayato! It's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you...
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
Yes. I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. Now...
Traveler, get the camera ready. Paimon, get the clapperboard. Actors to...
Go on now.
Yep, don't worry.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing the film when it's finished.
All right. Now that we're all here, let me... The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. They've been ostracized and verbally abused. Chevres will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main characters at the right moment. Silence on the set! Lights, camera, action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while now.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she...
Iris, Tulip! I'm home!
Mother! You were out for so long, we were beginning to worry about you.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat. Apple turnover.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped into something while I was working yesterday.
But I didn't notice them this morning.
Then perhaps they're... By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well, we've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names. They said we were...
Shh. It's all right. Don't worry. Girls, listen to me. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them. No one can define you with such words. You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your names. You will both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet, but one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand? My dear daughters.
And cut! Not bad. The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time.
Oh, got it.
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Shep?
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted.
You two were great.
I thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! We'll move on to the next scene after we try a...
То есть...
This scene is when our two characters return home, only to discover their mother has been murdered. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
Mother, we're back. Mother? What's wrong, Tulip?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? What's... Mother! Mother... She's...
There's poison in this cup.
Huh? I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions. Iris, we need to leave this place.
Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go?
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
But... are we just going to let...
We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now. Come on, let's go.
No, wait, we can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place.
All right. Goodbye, Mother.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance!
Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! And were those...
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword.
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Pipe down, everyone! We...
Не, сегодня в Гогвартс я зайду, все-таки мы поиграем хотя бы немножечко, типа, так что не переживайте. Просто в Геншине сейчас, типа, пока есть задания, типа, такие хотя бы. Я, если честно, бы прошла бы за сегодня и за завтра вот эти вот. Тем более завтра у нас будет доступно еще и книжечки для Делюка, так сказать.
Traveler, is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
Good work, you two.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my... Anyway, do you remember...
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that you have a case where the murders seem really similar to the cases in the novel, right? So...
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always use... And on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just...
Oh, that does... Especially after seeing the script today. Ooh, now Paimon can't stop wondering, what do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, there's no time to lose. We should start investigating right away. Follow me.
Huh? Right now?
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. If you don't stay... That's how one of my favorite...
So where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very likely that they'll visit those sort of places.
Welcome to LeChaux's Clockwork Workshop. How can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to know if anyone has purchased some
Special components? Sorry, could you be more specific?
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for clockwork.
Huh? For firearms?
Don't misunderstand. I'm not here to cause any trouble.
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not even sure what...
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual rather than on behalf of an organ?
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular
Is that so?
You're welcome. It's the least I can...
Oh, hey, Chevris. Run out of oil for your musket again?
Hello, Estelle. I want to know if anyone has come to your shop recently to order some firearm components.
Oh, is this another case? I don't think so. Some people have requested that I make some prop guns for the Fontanalia Film Festival. But
Oh? Why's that?
Because there's no profit! I only make things here that can do some real heavy lifting. I don't have the energy to make...
Then has anybody come specifically looking for...
Well, I usually sell off my scrap to the Fleuve Cendre.
I understand.
Don't mention it. Always happy to have the Musketeers' patronage.
Seems like we haven't found any leads to go off yet.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Huh? Are you sure?
You think so, huh?
Huh?
That I grew up in Fleuve Cendre.
Так. Ну что ж. Я планирую где-то до 2 часиков поиграть. Где-то так. Потом перерыв сделать часик. И далее уже в Гогвартс поиграть. Потому что я не факт, что вечером просто буду играть. Хотя я посмотрю. Я чисто вот посмотрю, как получится у меня. Может даже и дольше поиграю в Genshin.
Don't worry, I'm not here to arrest anybody.
You say that now.
It's the truth. Here, take this as my guarantee.
Wait, did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw? Is the captain of the special patrol bribing a citizen?
Seems you're different from the other guard. What do you want to know?
Have you heard anything related to muskets in Fleuve Cendre lately? Anything at all?
Muskets, huh? All I know is that about 2 weeks ago...
Were they gunshots?
Possibly. It's someone's house collapsing, a pipe exploding somewhere. It's all the same. But the noises I'm talking about definitely happened after...
Do you know where the noises were coming from?
I don't remember clearly.
Is it that you don't remember, or that you need to think about it some more?
You tell me.
Then please, think about it some more.
She's giving her even more Mora!
The noises came from the end of the Southern Waterway. I came out and had a look for myself when I wasn't sleeping well, but I didn't dare get too close. That's all I know.
All right, I'll take your...
Thanks for the pet
No need to be surprised. I grew up here, remember? I know how to get people around here to talk. Seems you catch on pretty quick. Now then, let's keep...
Talks,
It's been a while, Tetro.
Please, just get on with your...
I want to know if you've heard anybody talking about
Information isn't free, you know.
I've heard that bandits have been extremely active in the countryside recently, and they've been affecting the delivery of goods to Poisson.
You're still as helpful as ever. One of our men got drunk at dinner about a month ago and lost his gun. 3 days later, it turned up in the corner.
What's weird about that? He just forgot where he...
This is Fleuve Cendre, my friend. Anything of value left in the tavern won't ever... But that gun turned out to be an exception. It didn't get any new wear and tear on it. And
I suspect it came back because the weapon was already known to the guards.
You mean, a criminal was afraid the Marechaussee Phantom would use the shot marks to track them down? Maybe.
I didn't say anything about a criminal.
In Fleuve Cendre, knowing who was killed is as easy as knowing what clothes you're wearing today. It's the guy living in the east side, isn't it? I've never liked him. Every time he...
So, who was the one who locked...
don't bother. Even if you ask, he wouldn't admit to owning a gun to some strangers. Not to mention the captain of the stuff is secured.
He's right.
I know you grew up here, Chevron. Even though you're on good terms with the Spina, you've still been gone too long. Not many people know you here now. And a lot of people...
I know.
So take my advice and don't show your face too much around here.
I'll come and go as I please. And I'm afraid I'll be appearing more often.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Talks. Так. Якщо що, у мене є шанс купити, якщо що, нарешті цей набор типа метро. Но проблема в том, что я в первую часть и во вторую не особо хочу играть, потому что я уже играла на компьютере во вторую часть, то мне она не сподобалась вообще. Ну, то есть там слишком много мутантов оцих, ну, тобто воно мені не дуже от приятно. Мені легче буде іграти, конечно, в Exodus. Ну, возможно. Я посмотрю, короче. Возможно, я куплю просто Exodus, только Гривень дешевле коштует, типа.
Could it have been the killer?
Your guess is as good as mine. Although many people at Fleuve Cendre own guns, few hide the fact from others. Anyway, let's go. Seems like that's all we'll be able to uncover.
Paimon feels like we managed to learn a lot more here than up on the...
Yes. Assuming that everything we found is indeed connected to our suspect, then their timeline was probably a month ago. Our suspect found a gun and took it home to disassemble it. Once he'd figured out its mechanics, in the following weeks, he used some parts to create his own makeshift musket, and took it to the Fleuve. Then, a few days ago, He found his target and carried out the murder. Once...
That all makes sense to Paimon, but we're still no closer.
The deceased was a resident of Fleuve Cendre. It's said that he was a poor, solitary man. Yeah, that's also something I'm... If we are indeed following the novel, and there's a story behind the murder, then this murder should be an act of vengeance. He was no saint, but no one's heard of a rival who hated him enough to shoot him. What message is the killer trying to convey? And to whom exactly? We've thoroughly investigated that possibility. He claims to have spent the whole day at the Opera House on the day of the murder. And
Okay, so he has an alibi.
Not only that, he lacks a credible motive as well. He has a family of his own, and both of his parents... In the story, the mother of the two... More importantly, I've also had a chat with him in person.
Then, what should we do now? We have all this new...
Investigations take time. I didn't expect us... How about this? Let's spend the next few days filming with the crew. We can continue the
Wait, but weren't you saying Intel is like small...
but the book had more than one reference to...
Oh? What?
As long as you spend enough time sailing through the fog, you'll eventually come across an island.
Так, ну нам доступно сейчас... да.
It's filming time again. Our schedule is jam-packed for the next...
Не показывает, что выше надобно. Такс. А ну-ка, стоп. А сколько у нас уже камней истока? Ага. 8 дней. И тут доступна Барбара Кея. Не-не-не. 26. Уже можно купить. Ну окей. Но это будет все равно 72, по идее, как бы у нас. Ну, как раз таки хватит, да, ради. Я буду ждать уже выхода, типа, ради, ну или пройду якісь ще события, які, типа, дадуть оце все нам. Ну, типа, дадуть камні стока еще плюс. Ну и у меня еще Навия есть, если я не ошибаюсь. Да, вон ей еще задание с Навией, які может нам дать камни истока нормально, еще так, в принципе.
Good work, everyone. We're looking to wrap with our two main ladies today.
What do you mean, looking to wrap? Oh, aren't you the expert now?
This upcoming scene is the two musketeers' final confrontation with the Baron. Anyway, get ready. Lights.
The view is beautiful tonight. It reminds me of that fateful night. And now that I've said it, I can even make out the faint
Enough, villain! It's time that...
My dear Iris, have you forgotten your manners? How can you...
I'd sooner swallow all of my teeth than—
What did I expect? Seems the daughters have turned out to be just as in this world. Mora and She thought she could blackmail me using her children and force me to grant her recognition and—
Mother never asked a single thing of you. All she wished—
It was you who personally brewed the poison of prejudice and sent Mother— Compared to that deadly poison, the 2 bullets that will soon pierce through your heart will be—
And that's exactly why I said you're just as naive as her. So let's see. What is stronger? Mora and Get them!
Tulip! There are too many of them!
It'll be okay. We'll cover each other, Iris. And Mother will be watching over us, too.
Take flight!
Drop your weapons!
Все.
You've lost.
To think I'd lose to my own 2 kids.
We are no children of your—
Then you lost your mother and will soon kill your father as well.
We will gain our—
В смысле?
It's over.
So...
I'm not too sure, Iris. Maybe somewhere with lots of flowers? After all, Mother always did love going where the blossoms were. What about you? Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Huh? Tulip, look!
What is it?
It's Mother's favorite. The rainbow rose. Look, it's blooming.
Excellent! That was beyond mesmerizing. Even I didn't expect the scene to go so well. And all right, everyone. We've got a...
Congratulations, Ayaka and Chevrolet!
Thank you. I didn't expect our parts to wrap so quickly.
Paimon totally understands. Paimon's not ready to say goodbye. You were great too, Chevrolet. The way you said, long-awaited justice. It gave
That is indeed my favorite line in the whole book. I still remember trying to act it out in my room the first few times I read it.
Whoa! Paimon would have never guessed you're that.
Who doesn't like stories where the guilty are punished and justice prevails over evil?
Captain, I have something urgent to report.
Please excuse me, everyone. I'll be back in just a moment.
It's okay, don't worry about us.
Oh? Was she whisked away by work already? I was just about to tell her how great she is, Miss Ayaka. Your acting skills today were immaculate as always.
I thank you for your kind words, Director Farina. Unfortunately, there are still many Nevertheless, I will make—
Oh, that's a shame, but...
I believe it's also about time for me to take my leave. But hopefully I'll see you on set over the next few days. See you tomorrow.
Yep, see you tomorrow! Well, what should we do next? Maybe we'll go investigate the case some more with Chevrolet today.
Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Huh?
You could say that our ship has finally chanced upon one of those small, remote...
Так, стопы.
Paimon's exhausted. Paimon definitely didn't expect having to float this far after a full day of filming. So, Chevrolet, why did you take us here?
Affirmative. It wasn't anything conclusive, but it should show us. Have you ever heard of someone by...
Oh, you mean that famous perfumer?
She's a good friend of mine. She's lent me her aid several... After I discovered the rainbow rose at the scene of the murder, I sent it to her. After all, she's probably...
And then?
There was nothing remarkable about the flower or the trace amounts of soil left on it. But according to Emily, the rainbow rose left by the killer was derived from a very rare cult...
Huh. Paimon didn't know that there were different varieties of...
Flowers that are deliberately cultivated will always show some different... We already knew that the rose left at the scene belonged to a special cultivar, but with Emily's expertise, we were able to pin...
Oh, Paimon gets it now? So whoever...
Precisely. And after we checked what we learned against some sales records from the past, we discovered that there...
Really?
It's the novelist.
But didn't you say...
To be clear, I haven't changed my mind about him. I still don't think he was the one. However, that doesn't mean the true culprit never visited him at his... Whatever the case, we will have to confirm a number...
So you mean the next...
Yes. We're going to pay him a...
Thanks.
That should be his house.
There are so many Gardamex stationed around the place.
According to what he told me last time we spoke, he hired...
Huh. So there are a lot of flowers in his garden, but...
Right. Which is exactly why I think there has to be a special connection between him and the...
So...
Just wait here for now. I'd like to take care of a number of the...
But they're so far away! How do you...
Don't forget, Paimon. I'm actually the real-life captain of the Musketeers.
Thanks. В смысле?
All clear. Let's go.
Oh, wait! Paimon's a little nervous now that we know he could be...
I'll go knock on the door and make sure it's safe inside. Once we're sure that we're in the clear, I'll ask him to come with us for a quick round of questions.
But can't we just
We still have no evidence that he's the killer, or that he lent the killer. Still, It would be appreciated if you could pick a rainbow rose from his garden for me while I'm talking to him. It'll help the Marashose Phantom confirm Emily.
Sure, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, Mr. Baptiste.
Who could it be at this hour?
Oh, it's you, Officer Shavras.
Would you mind accompanying me to the guard's headquarters, Mr. Baptiste? We would like to ask you some questions about a case.
Oh, is it...
I cannot confirm or deny that at this time.
So it is then.
Listen, I need you to come with me, Mr. Baptiste.
Miss Shavras, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, and you two over there? There's no need for you to pick my flowers either. It's not time for them to bloom yet.
Oh! Okay.
By saving me the trouble, you mean...
I will confess.
Huh?
Please relax, everyone. I'm not armed. The musket you're...
Then it's my responsibility to inform you, Mr. Baptiste, that everything you say right...
Yes, I am perfectly aware of that.
I must say, I hate this feeling.
Oh? Is it because I confessed?
Both, I suppose.
For the same reason as the one I wrote out in my novel, of course. I know you haven't figured out the link between the two of us. Had you done so, I'd have been taken, but that won't stop me from always remembering his grotesque...
Your mother is still healthy and...
You know, I was adopted as a child. I was referring to my birth...
That was never recorded in the orphanage's record.
Please forgive a 6-year-old child for concocting some lies to protect himself after watching his...
So, your novel...
No, of course not. It was a work... But... I am indeed the illegitimate son of a wealthy and influential man.
But the man you killed didn't have a Mora to his name.
He was a hired assassin. An irredeemable beast who sank his fangs into a defenseless woman just for a fags of Mora.
But if that...
I've grown tired of everything and don't want to shoulder this burden anymore. You may have considered me too soft to pull the trigger.
So you're going to call a stop to your revenge, just like that?
The true mastermind is too rich and too...
And so what? The characters in your book never...
Now, Officer Shavras, I'm the one who has killed a man.
What's your father's name? How do you plan to prove the veracity of all of your...
Well...
Sure. Why don't we speak privately?
No, it has to be here. When I said won't be overheard, I meant by anyone. I would like to speak with you and you alone.
Thanks.
Please stay safe.
All right. Let's hear it.
Will you really believe what I'm about to say?
Well, that depends on what you're going to tell me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So that's how it's...
So, it seems you believe me after all.
Do you want me to go public with this?
No, of course not. At least, not right now.
Then why did you bother telling me?
You've read my work. What do you think? Even if you were to go public with... It's been too long. Justice will never find him.
Not if you don't try.
I know that as the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance... But... Do you really think a cushy life in prison really constitutes just...
What are you trying to say?
I've been observing you from a distance. Your portrayal of the Musketeer was exquisite. Pull the trigger of justice against him. Let the villain get what he deserves.
You want me to let you go so you may complete your revenge?
No, Officer Shavras. No.
Oh, Shivra sure is taking her time. Oh, Paimon's worried. What if he decided to attack her? Oh, still. Do you have any idea who the rich...
Sorry to keep you waiting, you two.
Hey, how did your talk go?
I've already sent someone to escort Baptiste back to the headquarters for questioning. He wasn't lying about the musket. It was indeed...
But what about the name? Did he tell you the name of the rich guy?
Yes, he did. But for now, I have to return to the Special Patrol. I'll probably be quite busy over the next few days, so apologies if you don't...
All right. Paimon understands if you can't tell us everything you know. What's...
Actually, there's still something else I need your help with.
Такс. А, то есть мы его прошли? Все? Щось так коротко. Ну, типа, в смысле? Мы реально прошли? Ну ладно. Давайте посмотрим на вопросы и ответы. Разброс. Ну можно вот. Ну, тем более миссии мы закончили, так что думаю, где-то через півчасика можно будет и заканчивать уже. Так, сейчас я тут зайду. То, что я и казала, я посмотрю по поводу метро, я посмотрю, потому что там сейчас снижка просто велика. Но просто покупать, ну, все три части, ну, блядь, ну, в первую и вторую я точно играть особо не буду. Даже если буду, то там я дойду не так далеко, просто пройду, вот и все. Даже меньше половины игры, я типа там максимум и все, то. Там, блин. Ага. У мене пока грузиться в телефоні стрім, тому що у мене ще мобільний інтернет фіговий, сразу кажу. Ну, тобто, у мене вже все ушло, типа, як от это, вот там гигабайты нужны. Так что, как-то так. Привет, привет. Ага. Угу. Такс. Угу. 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 Такс. Угу. В смысле? Угу. 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 Вот так вот. Угу. Я просто думаю, реально где-то до 2:30, до 2:40 посидеть, пока поиграть, пока есть возможность, типа, вот, пройти хотя бы вот это все. И вечером уже продолжим Гогвартс играть. Как-то так. Так, я хочу еще. Потом уже заберем на ходу, як пройдемо це все. Простите. Но я как бы тут не вижу нигде противника. Все? Какое там, скажите, да? Угу. Ну, вроде бы все. Привет, приветики. Так, ага. Да, блин, я бы, конечно, бы сейчас уже закончила игру по той причине, что как бы все равно я уже прошла, типа тут більш-менш что-то такое. Плюс я хочу еще есть, и как бы обедать. Так что, пожалуй, на этом я вот реально закончу. Но не переживайте. Сегодня вечером где-то в 9 или в 10, типа, як по возможности, я почну Гогвартс. Если же, типа, в такое время я не буду, значит, где-то в 11 я зайду в эту игру. Вот и все. Геншин завтра, если что, таки продолжится максимум. Потому что завтра я раз для Делюка мы походим по вот этим вот штукенсиям всяким. Ах, так, и вот тут, ага. Так, стоп. Угу. Уже 120 есть. Отлично, отлично. Тут корона. А, тут корона в конце, я поняла. Скилл. А ну-ка, что мы тут прошли? Угу. Так, стоп. А что же мы... 27 уже можно купить. Чудесно. Ну, блин, я хочу сделать крутку. Я хочу, но, блин. Не, дождемся Райден. Я дождусь Райден. Ну что ж, тогда, пожалуй, на этом пока все. Так что до скорой встречи, а также подпишитесь на мой канал и поставьте мне лайки. Всем удачки. Пока-пока.